It was supposed to be a normal Saturday morning. My wife, Jenna, stepped outside to water the flower beds, her pride and joy. Our little suburban home stood proudly on the corner lot, a flag waving gently in the breeze. We kept everything clean, neat, and within regulations, or so we thought. I was inside finishing my coffee when I heard raised voices. Not the friendly chatter of neighbors, but sharp, commanding tones. I peeked through the blinds and saw two men in HOA vests gesturing aggressively at Jenna. One was pointing at our new mailbox. The other was taking pictures with a phone. I opened the door just in time to hear, "You've been warned. That mailbox violates HOA standards." Jenna, clearly confused, replied, "We got it approved last month. I have the email." "Ma'am," one of them cut her off, "you've ignored our notices. If it's not gone today, you'll face penalties." Jenna didn't back down. "Show me those notices, and I want to talk to your supervisor." That's when things went sideways. The taller enforcer stepped forward and yanked Jenna's phone from her hand. "No more pictures," he barked. She gasped. "You can't touch me." He shoved her, hard. I was through that door before I could blink. Let me make something clear. I'm not a hothead. I didn't spend 20 years as a Navy SEAL to pick fights, but seeing your wife, the mother of your children, assaulted on your own front lawn? That flips a switch. I reached them in 4 strides. The tall one spun around and raised his hand like he was about to square up. Bad idea. I disarmed him in seconds. Not that he had a weapon, just ego and bravado. I twisted his wrist gently but firmly, forcing him down. "Easy," I said. "I don't want to hurt you, but touch my wife again, and you'll regret it." The second enforcer tried to intervene, so I stepped between him and Jenna. "Stand down. This is over." He muttered something about calling the cops. "Please do," I said, pulling out my own phone. "Let's all have a little chat with the police and the HOA board." When the officers arrived, the enforcers spun their version of the story, but neighbors had gathered by then. A few had caught the confrontation on video. It didn't take long for the truth to surface. The police pulled the enforcers aside and asked us if we wanted to press charges. Jenna and I exchanged a look. "Yes," she said without hesitation. The HOA tried to apologize a few days later, blaming new hires and miscommunication. But we weren't having it. I contacted a lawyer and filed a formal complaint. Turned out our mailbox had been approved, by email with full documentation. The harassment wasn't just uncalled for, it was illegal. The board removed both enforcers within a week. They also issued a public apology to Jenna. That wasn't the end, though. Word spread quickly in the neighborhood. People who'd been bullied into painting their homes beige, removing planters, or hiding flags started to speak up. A petition formed. At the next HOA meeting, the board faced a wave of angry homeowners demanding reform. Sometimes people forget that behind the doors of ordinary homes live extraordinary people. Veterans, teachers, first responders, and parents who won't back down when they're pushed too far. I didn't need to throw a punch that day. My training wasn't about violence. It was about control, discipline, and knowing when to act. I didn't want to fight, but I also didn't want fear running our neighborhood. And the next time the HOA sends someone to enforce a rule, they might want to check who they're dealing with first.